So first things first, we have this one here from James that says, with all the delays happening in Hollywood, what do you think will happen to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Sonyverse of Marvel character film slates? Have you been hearing about this at all? That the Sony pushed everything back?
Well, I know everybody's been pushing everything back, and that's an interesting question about the Spider-Man, just because I know they're contractually obligated to have it out every couple of years or something to keep
Yeah.
their rights up. So I wonder how that's going to affect. Are they anywhere close to that? It's only
No,
been
they're
a
not.
year and a half, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's been less than a year since Spider-Man Far From Home, and so that's fine. It's a 3-year contract, I believe. It's a 3-year thing. Maybe 5 years because it was 2007 to 2000.
Well, Far From Home, though, that was still part of the Marvel Cinematic
No,
Universe. I
no, no,
thought they had that split
it's
up.
part. No, no, it's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it's a Sony production. So that's
Right.
where the whole thing. As long as Sony
Okay.
produces and releases the films, then it becomes, or well, I should say, as long as they distribute the films, that's the rule here. So like they don't own the characters themselves.
Right,
They
right,
just
right.
own the film rights to like 600 of them. And so it's like I think
100 of them. Yikes.
yeah, they have a lot. Yeah, that's why I think we're going to finally get Craven the Hunter here pretty soon. But so no, they have to do Spider-Man properties every couple years. And I think what it is a film has to be in active development in order to count. So that's why from like 2007 to like 2010, they didn't really do anything until they started working on The Amazing Spider-Man for 2012. And then from there, it was after The Amazing Spider-Man 2 kind of failed to, meet the expectations that they wanted it to, is when the deal started being discussed with Marvel about, tying the universes together in that regard. And so here we are. I personally think that Marvel, this is the thing, everyone's coming to me and they're going like, but if Disney delays Black Widow, it's going to throw everything else into disarray. And I'm like, how? Nothing's locked in stone yet. Nothing's, there's no release dates for WandaVision or Falcon Winter Soldier or Loki.
Can I just say real quick, WandaVision is still the stupidest name for anything I've ever heard.
It really is, but it could actually be a lot of fun.
Every time I hear WandaVision, I think it's a Wanda Sykes vehicle, and I'm disappointed when it's not.
I agree and disagree. I guess,
Every time I hear that name, all I picture is like a sketch show, like centered around her and her nonsense. And then I realize it's about Vision and Scarlet Witch, and I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, well, the name was kind of iffy at first, and then I think people just kind of got used to it. I don't know if they're gonna, I don't know. I mean, obviously WandaVision, I feel like it's one of those things that should be like Wanda X Vision, like it's a weird Japanese crossover video game of some kind. But either way, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to check out. It can't be it can't be any worse than, let's say, Thor 2 or Captain Marvel. So there's that. But no, there's so you've got, Black Widow kicks off the whole thing with, the phase 4. So there's no, and that's being pushed back. They can delay the big issue actually is, in my opinion, the Disney Plus shows, because Disney Plus, as much as I like it, they're really not a lot there that they're doing that's new.
Yeah.
And so those shows are going to keep people with the subscription, because right now, like, oh, we're going to be bringing Onward on there. Like, cool. How much mileage is that going to get? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, that's the difference between something like a series and a feature-length film. A feature-length film, you watch it once you're done. With the series, you can keep creating new content in the universe.
Well, at the same time, if you have children, you can watch it way more than once. I have seen Toy Story 1 through 4 now so goddamn much a lot in the last couple of weeks. However, I don't think it's going to impact those. People, they've got like 28.6 million subs here on Disney Plus. Like, they're fine, and it blew past the first year expectations. They had originally wanted 10 million. They got 28.6. They're fine on that front. Yeah. And so what you have is that, and then you've also got the whole situation with the Sony stuff, and that's their own world. They just have to have those out before Spider-Man 3 comes out. That's all they have to do, because it's going to tie in directly to Spider-Man 3 and run parallel to the MCU, but it's not going to do anything else. So, they're in their own bubble. I'm bummed that Morbius got pushed back to March, because I want to see it. I'm kind of more excited about the Sony side of things right now than the Marvel side of things, only because it's just different stuff. We lost Mark for a second. We'll have to wait for him to come back on in. There we go. Well, all right, we lost you for a second.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
It's StreamYard's a little bit buggy. It's a little bit buggy. It's still kind of, they say it's out of beta, but it's still kind of in beta. And so, yeah, I think that, you know, the Sony stuff kind of, in my mind, is more interesting than the Marvel stuff right now because it's different.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could definitely see that. I'm burnt out on the Disney Marvel movies. It seems like it's the exact same movie over and over again with the same flow and beats, just different characters.
well, the homogenization's been something that it's been a proven success, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I mean, it's, you know, with characters like Batman and Spider-Man and all of those things that have been around for ages, I just once would like to see them put out a movie that it's like, okay, he's been Spider-Man for 15 years. Here's what's going on. Like,
Well, I think
we know we know how he became Spider-Man. We know the growth he had to go through to become Spider-Man, and they keep rebooting it with new actors anyway, so might as well just jump into it further on. We all know how Spider-Man came to be.
Well, I think that's why people really want the Spider-Man PS4 game to be a movie. Because not only have you played that one, right?
I played it for a little bit.
Did you? Oh, you didn't beat the story?
No.
Oh, dude. Oh my God, you're missing the hell out. Like it's legit. When I say it's, oh my God, the ending of that game. Those people who have gotten to the end of that game, you are emotionally gutted at the end of that game. It is so well done. But that was Spider-Man 8 years after becoming Spider-Man. So it was, you know, well into he's out of college. He's trying to find work. You know, he's doing some stuff. It's him in that age where he's, you know, trying to figure it all out. And I think that's where he needs to be. I think that's where even Tom Holland as Spider-Man needs to get there. But what I'm hearing about that is that they want to push 3 trilogies. So Spider-Man in high school, Spider-Man in college, and Spider-Man as an adult. And that's at the current rate of releasing films, we're talking about, you know, like 2031 being when we get to like the final trilogy sort of thing. And Tom Holland might be a little bit too old at that point in time, but it all depends on how much money.
Well, I mean, how old is the kid now?
22.
Yeah.
So he's got time. He's got time. Yeah, he's got time to do it.
Yeah.
I think they just need to get on it and get it done. But that again, with this whole moving everything around, you know, they were going to shoot Uncharted this month, and then they were going to shoot Spider-Man in the summer. And I think they're pushing Uncharted back, which tells me that they're going to push Spider-Man back as well. So, I mean, right now we don't know what the ripple effect going forward is going to be. Absolutely insane.
I know. And this has been it was real bad timing too, as far as when this all happened and everything being shut down, because all we're left with on the streaming services now is everything that came out in January and February.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Netflix has said it has a bunch of content to last it a long time, and I would not argue against that. Thanks for watching this clip from Hollywood After Dark. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, support via Patreon, and check us out at twitch.tv/3bucktheater. Thank you again. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.